Hey, everybody, welcome to the Squeegee podcast. I am your host, Gabriel Gutierrez, and I am so excited to have these two here with us. We got Craig and Grace with us. How you guys doing?
Beautiful day.
Awesome.
Oh,
Well, thank
can
you
you
so
hear
much
us?
for taking. I can hear you fine. Yeah, I hear you good. You're good.
Perfect.
So, how's everything going? You guys keeping busy? I know. And are you guys in your busy season? Are you slow? What are you guys looking at right now?
This is our busiest time of year right now. Going up to the 4th of July for us in our city.
Got it.
This is Slam City right now. So yeah,
Nice.
holidays for us are big. The way we market and push our business, holidays are big times a year. So, but 4th of July that's our busiest holiday, isn't it?
Yeah, because Fourth of July here is really big. Like, and we have a lot of houses that are along the parade route. Depending on which side of that street they decide to do the route.
Got it.
One year,
Yeah.
we have a centralized Lakewood Park sits on Lake Erie, and our parade either comes from the east and to the west one year. The next year comes from the west to the east, ends at the park. They go through the park and finish up there. But then the park, we have a bandstand on 4th of July. There's all kinds of festivities during the day, food
Wow.
trucks. Bands play the Lakewood, they're called the Lakewood Project,
Yeah.
which are they start in high school, I believe.
Yes.
And I think it's a high schooler program. They play every year. It's kind of like the School of Rock cover songs. They play and it's just, but we have a 5K run in town during the day.
Man, you guys are hopping.
It's like a whole big thing, so it's a big event here for that.
And we have a wait list. People, the like 2-3 days before 4th of July, we have the same clients every year, going back before Grace was even with me.
Wow. So that's crazy. I mean, you know how it is here during this time, Craig, and Tucson. They just announced the monsoons. The monsoons have started, so we're starting to slow down now. And to run a 5K on the 4th of July is not that's not conducive to our weather. So that's awesome. That's awesome. You guys are having a good time over there.
That's something for people to kind of reflect on. Window cleaners should reflect on the differences in our regions. What you can do in your region, we can't. What we can do, you can't. And you can't really market towards 4th of July because it is monsoon season. It's getting hot there, and that's July, August. People want to leave, and they want to go somewhere not that hot.
Yeah. So we're marketing towards monsoon preparedness. Coming in, are your gutters clean? Are your windows sealed? Do you have issues with water collecting anywhere where mosquitoes are going to get there? That type of thing. So we're doing a big push that way to kind of get people inspected, that type of thing. But yeah, definitely different focuses, depending on what region you are in the country.
It's interesting you mentioned that because folks who watching now later, those who don't know, Gabe and I have actually known each other. I don't even know how long, 20 years?
Yeah, at least. Yeah.
We met in Tucson. I lived in Tucson in Marana, and I met you through Travis Hall.
And this was before I knew Craig. This was just a guy who I was introduced to clean windows.
I'm sure I shocked you and everybody back then because I came into Arizona, into Tucson, full force, just submersing myself in water filtration, water reclamation, water harvesting, all in California. I came with the filtration systems, and Travis looked at me and says, "That's just going to be impossible here." And I said, "Travis, that's exactly what I want to hear. I want to hear that it can't be done because then I got to prove you wrong."
Right.
And I set forth, and I proved him wrong. We got a bunch of things going on, and it's funny you mentioned preparedness. We were cleaning windows, and Travis was installing Huber optic window film, the nano ceramic.
Right. Yeah, I remember him doing that. That's right. I forgot about that.
I was doing window and door installation as well. So we were tearing old windows out, putting new windows in. We were getting the window cleaning contract, doing the window film, the fiber optic window film. And I was at Pima Community College. I had to withdraw my classes, child on the way, and we had to get to my dad with cancer. We had to get back to this country. I went to get my building and construction degree to inspect houses, because just exactly what you said, the amount of windows that we inspected before monsoon season to get things ready, or even just to put the window film, you know, some of these houses, they're $20,000-$30,000 worth of window film on one side of the house. Those in Santa Canyon, those resort homes up on the hill. I mean, Travis, we had to count 20 grand, I think, just one side, but the house had to be inspected. I'm like, gravy money.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, when Travis ended up leaving, he went to, I think it was Kansas City, or maybe it was just Kansas, maybe it was just the state. His mom's health went down, so he had to move out there, and he ended up selling me a bunch of his big accounts that he had. In fact, a couple of them I still have. The M3 building that he used to do. We still have that, and we still have a couple other buildings, but and customers, 2 clients that he turned over. But yeah, I just went ahead and bought him out, and that gave him some money to go down there and get his business started. But you never got to meet his girls, huh? You probably hadn't seen them when they were older.
Not older. I met his girls when they were younger.
Yeah. Let me tell you, man, Travis had an army. I mean, they were machines, dude. I mean, I have not seen young girls, like, we're talking like 14, 15 years old, clean windows so fast. I mean, he had them down trained. Yeah, his daughters. Oh. And they go into a house, boom, everyone just spread out and just doing all the windows. I mean, it was a sight to see. Travis was a neat guy. I miss him. I do keep in touch with him still, social media and stuff, but he's a good guy. I miss him a lot.
I called him, I think 2-3 years ago. We talk I try to reach out. If I don't get a hold of him, it'll be another year, I'll try to reach out, but you know how it is with that. But yeah, I've always enjoyed talking to him. He was a great guy. We had so much fun cleaning windows, and I met you at Chipotle. I remember the first day I met you. We went to buy video. He went to buy video games, and then we went over. He's like, "You have got to meet my friend. He is one of the greatest guys ever." And it was you. He talked so highly of you, but it was those. I mean, we had some fun back then.
Yeah. I mean, I remember those accounts. Those were bears, man. I had like 12 Chipotles, and they had to be done weekly, and they had to be done before 11. So we had to book it, man. We'd start at 7, and then have to get as many as we could done before 11. And they're spread out all over town. That was fun, but that was also one of those accounts I was glad to get rid of, because then it opened up space for more profitable jobs. But they were fun. Yeah,
it's exactly it's something to teach these new folks coming in is who are you as a window cleaner right now, and who do you want to be as a window cleaner in your window cleaning future?
Yeah,
and
that's it.
You saw that you can get in and you can take advantage of these storefronts. They're a little easier to get involved in, but when you grow a type of business where you can transition into residential, interior residential especially, that's really, in that aspect of window cleaning, that's where the money is the residential, interior, exterior, window cleaning only, folks.
Yeah. And Chipotle was one of those accounts that served a purpose. It helped me to get established. It was money I could count on every week. It was something that helped me gave me stability while I built the residential side. And then once the residential side was up, then it was the right time for that to end. But yeah, it's just, you got to know where you're at, like you say, and just you can work accordingly. There's never any good or bad jobs. It's just, does it work for you right then? Does it make sense? If it makes sense, then it's a good job. If it doesn't make sense, it doesn't matter how much you're making, it's not going to be a good job. So it's just always good measuring that.
But we also have to let folks know, with those Chipotle that you had, that becomes some of the best marketing you can do. Your best marketing
100%.
tool is your truck. Your next best is your shirt. And if you're at Chipotle, you are in front, and those were in busy areas of town, you're in front of, I mean, on average, you could be in front of 50 to 100 people at each stop. And if you are prepared, if you're flashy enough to show them what you got, you can attract their attention to the truck, to you while you're working. And just have those cards and make sure you hand them out. But I mean, those are great accounts, but we talk about that all the time, balancing those storefront routes. We don't go for regional stuff. We stay local. We like our stuff in our town. Tucson is a newer for window cleaning in the industry. We're from one of the older regions of window cleaning, Chicago to New York. We're right there with Detroit in the middle. We are just, that old school way is we stay in our town for storefronts. And if somebody calls us, we'll go to another area. Most of the time we tell them, no, you got to find the guy who services your area. And then in turn, that was an old respect. But in Tucson, where it didn't come that way, from that real old window cleaning vibe, it's, you're going, but Tucson is so spread out as a city, I don't even know Tucson. It takes from Marana to get over to, I don't know, Cotero Farms Road. You know what I mean?
Oh gosh, yeah. I mean, it's an hour across town. So I mean, we have to schedule. Yeah, we have to schedule areas. We don't drive back and forth on it. It'd be crazy.
Yeah, but that's the thing is, we're in such a, I don't know, what are we? 2 by 3 miles?
Yeah, it's like a 3-mile radius or something.
3 by 2. We are so densely populated here, connected to Cleveland. But it's so interesting because we have to balance our storefronts, because just like you're saying, you get too many of them and it cuts into your money-making time. But for you guys, you don't really have the winter. You've got the monsoon season. We have the winter. We're supposed to slow down, but those storefronts, they have to be clean. That salt on the windows, they have to be clean. So there is such a balance to that work. I don't think anybody in this industry is ever going to figure out one balanced or one measured plan or system that fits everybody.
Yeah. Well, no, it's absolutely true. I just want to say hi to people who have popped on here. We got Squeegee Rich, Adam Hogan. Tom Wilson was saying that there was a noise, Craig, when you guys are talking. I'm not sure. I don't hear it. I don't hear anybody else talking about it. I'm not sure exactly what might be causing that, but we'll play that by ear.
The voice in my head.
Yeah, Frank Rave popped in. Codreen, he's in. James Smith. We got a few in here. Just let us know if there's an issue with that. What's that?
James Smith, let's back it up. You said James Smith?
James Smith, yeah.
I'll ask him how we don't have the comments, so we can't see folks, but just wondering how he's doing. Recovering well, I hope. Yeah,
how you doing, James? Hopefully, he seems like he's doing a lot better. He's really been working on his business, restructuring it and getting it to where he's an owner, and not working in the field as much, at least while he's healing. But he's been doing really good. He's a good guy to talk with. Just a really interesting, very insightful. Really makes very diligent, kind of well thought moves. So he's really been making some good decisions lately. So we look forward to seeing his growth. He says, "Yep." That's what James says. So he says he's doing good. But go ahead.
I was going to say that in itself kind of lends itself to what we initially wanted to get going on. This is, longevity. How I've been in the field for 45-ish years, maybe 44 or 45 years. So long I can't remember now. But over 4 decades in the field, and James is a great example. What he's trying to do right now. And again, it kind of goes back to who do you want to be in all of this? What kind of window cleaner do you want to be? Now, if you are growing a small family business or keeping your business small, like a lot of us do, you have to try to figure out what you want. Do you want to go out there and work all day, every day, make that money so you can keep plateauing? And are you never really going to be satisfied? I say that because when you're 25 and you're plateauing, you don't really know if you're ever going to be satisfied, right?
Yep.
You can't know
or
that.
what you need.
Now I'm here at the other side of things, and I'm like, you know what? All along, I wanted to retire early. I retired after high school, and I had my fun, and then I went to work. I'm doing it backwards. Why do I want to retire when my body can't do anything anymore? So I designed a business, but James has an opportunity to grow a business, and this is a learning moment for everybody. If you get injured, you're out of the field.
Yes.
You're out of the field, and if you can't make that money, you can't pay. If you got health insurance, you can't pay for that. Do you have long and short-term disability? AFLAC, the duck, right?
Yep.
Long and short-term disability, folks that are watching, look into that. It's an insurance thing. You want to be able to cover yourself if you're injured. And that's what does that. Long-term, short-term disability plans, along with your insurance, the right health insurance package that covers a window cleaner's needs, that targets our bodies. And, you get injured.
Yeah.
How do you grow your business to be able to sustain an injury if your top person goes down?
Yeah. A while back, you had me on. You guys had a podcast talking to an insurance agent. I think, was it your wife's, Craig? Wife's boss? Yeah. And I thought that was a great episode because it just really touched on a lot of things that as window cleaners. Obviously, we know about the workers' comp if we have employees. We know about the general liability that you have to have. You have to have the commercial auto. Those are all standard. But like what you're talking about, there's so many other types of insurance that as small business owners we can think about. Supplemental insurance is really, really big, especially if you're worried about an injury, worried about the hospital bills. Some of us have insurance, like I have it through the healthcare marketplace. It's not the best, but it's there. But supplemental insurance can help offset some of those deficiencies if you have it. So just be preparing for what might happen, even if it's something that may seem far-fetched. It's only far-fetched till it happens to you, right? and then you're stuck.
Then you're
just real.
Yeah, go on.
Go ahead. I was just going to say, James just said that he finished up PT, physical therapy. He says he's limping a lot, but his crew is still killing it for him. And he says he got too comfortable, got mentally stagnant. So my fall was the best thing that ever happened to me. Totally shook me out of it. So he, I think that's an important lesson. Bad things can happen to us, but it's if we learn from the mistakes, or I don't even call it a mistake with them. Just if we learn from the situation, that's a win, right? Because now we can make adjustments from here on out, and he's done that. So that's great.
You have talked about this, and this is something James can probably now speak on, and he should. I don't listen to anything. I never stick headphones on, not one, not two. I listen to my ladder when I'm on it, my step ladder when I'm on it. I listen to the ground that I'm walking on. I listen to my equipment. I listen to the windows. I listen to my surrounding. Today, the client comes walking up, and even though I'm listening to my surroundings, she was so quiet, I didn't know she was there. I could have easily spun around with my ladder and bopped her.
Yeah.
But it's just that I had that extra attention to that detail. I was able to know, and it keeps us safe. It's kept me safe. And talk about longevity. I've had some ladder falls. Nothing that has taken me out. I fell. Oh geez, we had a 50. I don't know what was that ladder peaked out at 54-foot extension ladder on a hillside in California. It was a brand new home. The whole hillside. I mean, we're talking a big hillside. The avalanche took my ladder, which was pinned into the ground, took it all down, and I just rode it down to the ground till it hit the first floor kind of bump out and knocked me off the ladder, and I don't know, dropped 20 feet from there.
Wow.
Got up, I just shook it off. I was lucky.
Jeez.
Very lucky. But
yeah, totally.
If I would have
we just had
Oh, might have been done.
Oh, yeah. A friend of mine, Luis Martinez, he's been on the podcast before. He's on the board of IWCA, and a lot of people here know him. But he fell off a roof, and I was talking with him about it, and he didn't say too much. He just said he fell, and he was healed. He had some broken ribs and some other things that he's dealing with, but he's on the mend. He's working. He's back to work now. But we had a chance to talk with it after our most recent board meeting, and he was just saying he was tired. He says he doesn't remember how he fell off. He goes, that whole thing he blacked out. So his memory's gone from whatever actually happened. But he knew what the key is that he was overworking himself. He had picked up these real profitable chain jobs, and then he was trying to do those at night, and then at the same time do his regular customers. And so he was getting 3 hours of sleep. He was exhausted. He said on the night, the drive home, he was sleepy. He slept for 3 hours. He woke up. He went to the job. He was sleepy. And then that's the day that he fell. So he kind of learned that his body has a limit. You can only push it so far. And eventually it will just stop. It will just say, nope, we're done. We're now resting. And I don't care what you're doing. If you're on a ladder, if you're on a roof or what, it is just now shutting down. And that's so dangerous. So he learned a lesson again, and he just said, yeah, I gotta listen to my body. I can't just keep pushing it, thinking I'll make it through. But he had a good ending. At least he wasn't seriously hurt. He's still out working, but and it's something that we should all take the time to learn that for sure.
Well, Grace,
take it
how
seriously.
long have you been doing this?
8 years.
And you just started going to a chiropractor, right?
Yep.
She just started going to a chiropractor, and I don't know how that has been going so far. Have you noticed anything? The first one was last week. Is there anything you're noticing about it that's...
Yeah, I'm really crooked, and part of that is because of the work that I do, but part of it is also just because of my body. So
yeah.
Some of the things that she talked to me about, like in regards to my work, are like, am I using ergonomic handles with my squeegees? Because I've been having some hand issue.
Right.
And then
I hear a noise.
Yeah, I don't know what that is.
It's in Tom's head.
And then like my one leg is shorter than the other. And that's not because it's physically shorter, but because my body is so out of alignment that it's shorter. Mm. And we were talking about the weight distribution on my hips from my work belt and how those things factor in certain like stretches I can do after the adjustments to help.
So what are some stretches that window cleaners can do? So I'll just show you kind of one that I was taught, because same thing, I had issues with carpal tunnel and tendonitis in my wrists. I don't now, and I haven't for a long time, but I do these stretches, right? I put the fingertips and then I go, back and forth on there like that, stretch. I keep it down for about 3 or 4 seconds. Back like that. Yep.
And then also to do it the same way.
There you go. Mm-hmm.
But then so after she did some adjustments, then it's interesting because she has you one arm at a time, you put it up, and she will try to push your arm down, and you have to push against it to resist, and then she'll turn it, and it has to go the other way too. And it has to do
with
your
when we're pole work.
No, it doesn't have to do
well,
that.
what you're doing, this applies to window cleaners. When they do that, if you go to the chiropractor, the pole work that we do, scar tissue develops under the shoulder blade back here, and they'll take a plate. They'll take a plate or your hand should be able to turn, so they can see. Turn all the way. So Grace's shoulder blade here, you got to be able to get your hand underneath and in about that far under the back and pull that away. You got to push the skin under. There's scar tissue under there.
Okay, but so what I was saying was that after she did the hand adjustment, my arm, I was able to hold it stronger than I had been previously. And it was just interesting to realize that tension in this part of my hand that's just going slightly down my wrist was affecting my ability to use the strength of my arm.
That's interesting. Did they say why the stretching was affecting your strength, or the not stretching, or whatever?
Oh, actually, no, she didn't say that. I might have to ask that next week when I go.
Why it's not? Wait, you want to know why stretching helps your strength?
Well, and how?
Yeah, or why it was affecting it? Yeah.
Yeah, why the adjustment in my hand affected the strength of my arm.
Well, what's happening is number one, that's what I'm talking about. You've got a lot of the places window cleaners are going to develop scar tissue is going to be in the shoulder blade. Then we've got rotator cuff issues, carpal tunnel, forearms, our legs from our knees down from standing ladder work. That is a crucial area. Anybody raise your hand if you go to sleep at night and your feet are boop, 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 boop all night. Do your legs from the knees down, when you roll over, do you ever tense up your legs so much that they start cramping? You have to get out of bed, stand up, just to relax the front and the back muscles. Well, these are without stretching. This is what's happening. You know, we're coming home. We're going up on the ladders. Our feet are throbbing because we've been on ladders, cutting off circulation. There's nerve damage that goes on with that, but that stretching is going to pull those muscle strands and kind of straighten them out. You know, they get twisted and turned and kind of pretzeled together. Is that what she told you, Grace, at all?
No.
You haven't got that far yet. She hasn't gotten that far. But remember, folks, 45 years in the field, I've been to so many chiropractors, and that's part of. If you really want to know how you're going to stay in the field the long haul, these are some of the things you have to look into. Chiropractic, the right one, is going to be a blessing, but stretching, a ballet stretch, you got to get these muscles pulled. And we have the trigger muscles are what we're using. Now, if you're using a pole or lifting a ladder, and I'm using my core, my main muscle groupings for that, then you're talking about angling sideways with a pole. Like I had a bush and a roof, and I had to over the bush, over the roof, to the side. So I'm using trigger muscles, like in golf. If you swing a golf club, you're using trigger muscles. But these strands can spaghetti, kind of twist together. Stretching that body out pulls those strands straight, especially your back, mid to lower. You get that deep stretch down, and you're going to pull those straight and help just straighten you out.
Yeah. I think you said something really important there, Craig. So we're talking about chiropractors because, you know, chiropractic care doesn't have the best reputation, and there are a lot of quacks out there. You know, I've gone to some where they're sitting there doing all kinds of stuff, and I leave and I feel exactly the same as I did before. But if you can find the right one, the one that I use, he has a background also in sports therapy, right? So he's also kind of like a physical therapist / chiropractor. And so we do swaps. We clean windows. I clean windows for them. And then we swap one treatment, a month, and it's worked out pretty. I've done it for years, and he's really, really good. And I pretty much, every time I go, it's one of two issues. It's up here or it's my lower back. It's pretty much, that's always, and that's what keeps me going. That's what keeps me from, I've had some times where I just could not even get out of bed. Like I couldn't even roll out of bed. It hurt so bad, my lower back. But as long as I keep going to them, and then there's times also where I mix in massage therapy, especially if it's a muscle issue. If you've got an overly tightened muscle, it's going to, if you go to a chiropractor and they put you back in alignment, that muscle is going to pull you right back out. You've got to get that muscle to calm down. Otherwise, everything that you did getting realigned isn't going to help at all, because within a couple of days, you'll be back in the same spot. So oftentimes I'll time it, get the treatment. The next day I have my massage therapy, and then I feel like, okay, things are kind of back in order and I'm not hurting that way. But you got to do your research on that for sure. Don't just trust anybody.
The chiropractor I've been going to, she told me that, like, yes, massage therapy is beneficial to use with chiropractic work too, but a lot of people will go for years and get massages and wonder why they're still hurting, and it's because
they're not doing the other.
Exactly. So
Right.
their body is just their spine is so out of whack, it's causing everything else out of whack, and then their muscles are trying to compensate.
When we equate this to window cleaning, we can go a couple of different ways. Our vehicles, our alignment is like the alignment and suspension on our vehicle. Our alignment in the deep tissue. Folks, when you go out there, sports therapy, chiropractic, like Gabe said, write this down or make a note of it. Sports therapy, chiropractic, deep tissue massage to break up those strands. If you are at home, if you're married, you got a partner, a spouse, or anybody, get yourself a hypervolt. Grace got one. A hypervolt is a handheld massaging unit. You can change the heads. When I have mid to lower back.
Oh, I know what you're talking about. Yeah.
Yeah, it's like a gun.
There's all different brands of them.
But my wife got me a hypervolt, but she will work my mid back with that. And Gabe, when you talk about we need to loosen up. I tell her I am so stiff. She grabs a hypervolt and she will loosen me up so that I can just move around. And within 5 minutes, I'm like, man, I'm back to normal. But that is a big part of what has kept me going so long in the field. Deep tissue massage therapy, chiropractic. I do not go to the doctor other than that. If I break a bone and I can't set it myself, which I have not done yet, if my wife ran out of staples, if I needed staples or stitches, she's got staples. If we run out, but these are, we have to learn about our bodies and how our bodies respond. But if you get involved in this for the long haul, and you want to stay healthy and safe, one of the big things is get rid of that belly, window cleaner. Get rid of that belly. That belt, that work belt, when we have that belt on and all those tools, especially when it's right here, those nerves, is that the sciatic right here? You ever feel that pinch, that nerve at the end of the day? That's the belt. And when we're bending over and it's cutting in, if you are, let's put it this way, based on my body mass index, if I go over 193 pounds, I will start experiencing things like acid reflux, but that's from the belt pushing in on my stomach and causing damage. And so if I get under 193 pounds, that all goes away. So it's not just the equipment that we use. Our body is the greatest piece of equipment we have.
Yeah.
And Grace knows what it's like. I have the issue as I've gotten older. My excesses, I love chocolate. And then wintertime comes, we're slower. My body is slowed down a wee little bit. I put on a little bit of a belly, but we're on the other side. We have to keep the weight on because we burn so much.
Yeah. Just real quick, we have I think you guys know him, and I know I'm going to say his name wrong. Jaron Huizenga, he's real popular in Pro Window and then also in Into the Flow.
Yaroon.
He's also what is it?
Yaroon.
Yaroon. That's it. Sorry. Okay, he corrected me. Yaroon. I got it right now. But he's also one of those. I don't remember how long he's been cleaning, but it's decades, right? 30, 40 years. And he says that he takes magnesium for his feet and restless legs. He does have carpal tunnel and bursitis on the shoulder because he broke his back falling off a roof. But he's still going. But he said that he's for a couple of years he's now switched to trad only, and that's helped him quite a bit with his pains and also from getting too overly exhausted. So he's an example of someone that has just gone for decades, But he's also in really good shape too. You see the pictures of him. I mean, he takes care of himself. So even with injuries, he's a.
Yeah, folks. I think it's fair to say, folks. I am how old? I don't.
You're 56.
I'll be 57 this October.
Yeah. Got it.
When you think about it, I'm heading to 60, and I'll tell you what, I'm still going stronger than most of the young guys that are just coming in, but that's conditioning. I've had all those decades of conditioning. It's not just physical, but mental conditioning as well to withstand, to endure. The exhaustion isn't just physical, it is mental.
Yep. Well, hey guys, this is a great topic, but I want to make sure I talk about both of you individually, because you guys have both had some pretty outstanding years in the industry, or this year in the industry. So first, I want to talk with you, Grace. So you have had the privilege, let me pull it up here, of being on the cover of the American Window Cleaner magazine. So I'm going to hit play. It's going to be a video. So if you want to talk, you have to unmute yourself, okay? Because it automatically mutes you. So here we go. I just thought this is such a cool cover. So we, for those who don't know, you also are a ballerina. You're a professional dancer. You've done a whole bunch of work that way, and I no doubt that helps you stay in shape as well. So what was it like getting the cover? You know, how long have you been cleaning windows again?
So I've been cleaning windows for like 8 years.
8 years?
Well, let's see. Going on 9, because I started just before my 21st birthday, and I'm about to be 29. Yeah, I was 20, turning 21, and I'm 28, turning 29. So yeah, mental math is not my strong suit. But
well, that was a really great privilege. What was it like when you heard the news that you were going to get the cover?
It was kind of shocking. I guess I don't necessarily feel like I've put the years in to be deserving of a cover, but at the same time, I've done a lot in the years that I've been in the industry, so I think it's like I have to give my own self some credit too, and be like, oh yeah, I guess I did deserve to be on that, you know.
Yeah, you absolutely did, and you've really made an impact. I can remember when Craig was talking about you trying to decide whether you wanted to clean, like do it for reals, like commit yourself to window cleaning. What was it that finally made you decide, hey, you know what? Okay, I'm going to put my time and effort into this and try and make this work, instead of it being like a side thing that you would do with Craig?
Well, so I didn't really know what I wanted to do as a money-making career, because I know that I've always wanted to teach ballet, but ballet does not pay the bills, let's be honest. Right. I always knew I was going to need something during the day, but I didn't really know what direction I wanted to go, and it seemed like there was opportunity for growth and flexibility as well, which is the main component, is the flexibility. And then it turned out I like the work that I do, and I also like meeting all of the different people too, like clients and such. So
like today.
Yeah, like today, the house we go to, I'm in the office cleaning the windows, and the wife is holding the baby, chatting with me, and I found out that she went to the same high school I did. So I was like, what year did you graduate? Oh, we went to high school at the same time. Oh, I graduated with her brother, and he grew up playing hockey with my husband. It was like, oh, didn't know that before I stepped foot in her house, but then it was like we were chatting the whole time. And it was nice to make those connections, because to build that relationship, it makes it even easier to be a foot in the door that you didn't realize you had.
Yeah, for sure. And I mean, that is so important. And I think that people forget the building of those relationships are just as important as the quality that you do on your window cleaning. Because listen, wherever you're at, there's going to be other window cleaners there. And if they do a half decent job, you've got an open choice. But if you can be the person that they relate to, and they have a relationship with you, and they trust you, and they enjoy seeing you, they're going to pick you every time, even if the other guy's cheaper, because they value that relationship. So yeah, taking that time, not just kind of going in work mode. Hey, how you doing? And then do the job as fast as you can and say, okay, this is what the price. All right, we'll see you later. That kind of transactional relationship will go, it'll be okay. And actually, some people like it that way. Some people, they don't want to talk to you, but probably the majority, they do want to they want to know who you are. They want to know your family. They want to see how you're doing, and they want you to check up on them too, Right. I mean, that really came out after post-COVID. having conversations with people was key because so many people went a long time without talking to people in person. And now here we are to clean their windows. We might have been the first person in months that actually they were there in person talking to them, So, that's really, really important. But yeah, absolutely. You deserve that cover. That was awesome privilege. I'm so happy that you got it. It was a really excellent selection and just a beautiful picture. They did such a good job with that. I'm sure you guys had the picture taken and then they added the background to it and stuff, right?
Yeah. So my coworker at the ballet studio, she went to school for graphic design. Her and her boyfriend have a photography business on the side. So they always do all of our photos for our performances. They did my wedding photos. So I was like, hey, Brenna, can you take a picture for me? And so she was happy to help me make that happen. So it was pretty fun.
Yeah, that's really cool. They did a great job. So, all right. Now, Craig, you were chosen to be the window cleaner of the year. I got permission from TJ to show that. I'm just going to show a small clip because it's like a 15-minute clip or something of you getting the award. So I just cut out little sections just so everyone who hasn't had an opportunity to see it, I will just show you when he got his belt.
Hello. Get the fuck out of here.
What's happening?
What's up, man?
Wait, what? Hey, hold on a minute. No, hold on a minute. Yeah. I'm gonna have to fire Grace. What's going on here?
You're just in the area.
Just hanging out, You gotta open that.
You gotta open it.
You weren't lying. It is a delivery.
Yeah.
Are you guys kidding me?
No, dude.
Wait.
Months of planning, yeah.
So many months.
Like way back in October, dude. Congratulations, man. You deserve it.
Well, thank you, but wait a minute. Hold on. Did I? You got me excited for no reason today whatsoever.
So what do you think of that belt there, man?
Jesus Christ!
Look at the center. The center's the best looking part.
I mean, that's real. That is not a fake thing.
No, dude.
Now wait a minute though, but what in the God's name did I do to deserve something like that?
Everything, yeah. You completely embody the spirit of it, man. This is it right here, dude.
Jesus, this is a snappity.
Dude, this is the heavyweight championship of window cleaning, dude. Like,
Wearing that all year.
yeah. Like, come on, dude.
I'm not snapping it.
Yeah. Sorry, I had
Don't worry about it. Get out, drive safe.
Love you, buddy.
Yeah.
Yeah, see you.
Rad, right?
It's awesome.
Rad.
Didn't cry, but I could tell.
Yeah. Well, right there, you got a little weird. Sean. Sir.
Chris, thanks, dude.
Yes.
Love you, man.
So that was really cool. So thanks to TJ and all the gang there at Squeegee Life, which I guess now includes you now, Grace, huh?
Yep,
Yeah. Yeah. We'll talk about that in a little bit, but that was a really cool thing. And have Chris come down personally and Sean as well to deliver the belt. So run us through your morning before you knew you were we found out you were getting the belt, Craig. What was that like?
Am I allowed to? I get excited for winter work.
Yeah.
Winter water fed. I thought we had a job scheduled for winter water fed that day. And I'm Mr. Let me plan this all out. Let me set my whole self up to dream about this tonight for tomorrow. I do dream about window cleaning. But it was, I'll tell you what, that morning I was completely ready, like psyched myself out. I'm like, this is a great house, a modern, I think it was Hispanic, modern smart home, beautiful job. I just was so excited. Then she's like, they had to reschedule. And I'm like,
Which wasn't a lie. I did have that house scheduled for that day, and they did need to reschedule, and it happened to all coincide with when the guys were trying to plan it. And I was like, the universe is making it happen. This is working out perfectly.
Then I'm like, when I look at that video, I'll tell you what, I'm a little upset that I didn't get a chance to tidy up the house for company. And boy, oh boy, it makes, I'm trying to get on that front porch because my spindles, I'm going to tear those out. I hate them. They needed painting. That our house is still under construction from just moving in, basically. And these guys show up, and I'm like, that was surreal. I honestly, I don't know. I don't know what I really. I'm just a window cleaner. I just love what I do. I'm just a window cleaner. I don't feel like I've done enough yet. What I want to do, I don't feel like I've even done a dent into what I want to get done. And I think that's what you'll want to talk about. We have some museum news that we really should share. But I don't understand, even still to this day. I'm like, you know what? I don't know. It's still surreal, I don't.
Well, I'll tell you what. I remember when they put the poll up, and then you saw the list of all the names that were on there, and some great people. So not downgrading anybody on that list at all. But when I saw that, I remember I put it in the comments, and I said, "How is Craig Hendzel not going to be the one to win this? How could anybody else possibly, win this with Craig on the list?" And I think what TJ was saying was you exemplify the tenacity of a window cleaner to try and figure stuff out, or try to get the best thing, or for the job, or to become more efficient, or to become more economical, or whatever. When you just punch a card, punch in your time, and then you go and do the job, and then you punch out and leave, and you don't really think about anything. There's a ton of window cleaners like that. But to get someone who is like, hey, I'm going to spend my personal time, the time I'm not getting paid for, just because I'm fascinated with the possibility of making this thing better, or making this technique more, just more, whatever, just all the different things that you can do. You are that person. You give yourself the time, and you use your energy to not only make your own business more profitable, but then you share it with others without expecting anything in return. So that was my take on why you won and why you were very deserving. You've always been like that, and you use your powers for good. You use your powers to help other people, and a lot of people appreciate that. So it was well deserved, and I thought that was real classy the way that Chris and TJ and Sean presented it to you, that they hand delivered it and surprised you. That was really, really cool.
They drove Chris electric car, had to stop because they don't perform well in the cold. What did it take him? He said 12, 14 hours?
I was going to say 13, so yeah.
Something like that, each way.
Yeah.
So, they drove, and...
Which is kind of crazy to think about, because Craig and I have done that same drive when we've gone out to visit WCR.
Just a little under 8 hours.
Approximately the same drive. And yeah, just about that 8-hour mark. So it's kind of crazy to be able to compare just how long it took, because of you figure you have to wait, what did you say, 30 minutes every time you charge the battery. So whereas we stop and get gas for 5 minutes sometimes, it's, those are factors that unless you don't think about it.
That sacrifice that they made to come and give me that, I would have, I don't know, well, what I should say, two things. Number one, did you notice what shirt I was wearing?
I actually didn't. Which one were you wearing? Were you an ITF one?
One of my original Into the Flow shirts, and
nice.
If I'm not mistaken, it's the one that Sean Gavin, I sent to him way back.
Oh, that's right. I know exactly which one you're talking about. Yeah.
He had, that was so many years ago. But yeah, that was Into the Flow shirt, one of my favorite shirts to wear around the house.
Nice.
That shirt, and it's just funny, because I was looking at the video, I'm like, hey, wasn't Sean just commenting on that shirt right there? And the shirt is that play on "You matter, don't give up, you don't matter." give up. But that's, to me, that's the greatest shirt I have. In a nutshell, that's how I view life.
Yeah.
Is you get to choose. You get to read it however you want. You get to decide what it means, but that's up to you. But it just, in the flow, and those hugs were real.
Yeah, for sure.
Those were real
well,
hugs.
We got about 7 minutes left, so I want you guys to talk about the Rolling with the Window Cleaner Museum. So for those of you who have not had an opportunity to see it at the conventions, so I've seen it both at the Huge and at the Elevate. It is an awesome thing to set up. It really is. But why don't you tell us, give us an update on it, Grace, and just kind of share what's going on with it and where, if it's going to be at the Huge and where it's going to be next.
Yes, so couple of things. We will be at the Huge in Orlando this August. We recently have applied for a nonprofit status to become an official 501c3 nonprofit.
Right, when does that come? That should be here this week.
Yeah, and then I recently built a website for the museum that showcases some of the some images of the collection and gives a little bit of a, like what our mission is and when you can expect to see us at things. There's also an option in there where you can subscribe so that when we announce that we're going to a different convention or whatever the event may be, you'll automatically get an email with that information.
Like for the Huge, if you subscribe for the Huge, you'll get the email with the information or any discount codes for tickets that we have for any of this stuff, and it will grow. The website will grow from here. I'm excited because I'd like to be able to showcase each of the shows in picture, so where you could go and look at the Huge, look at the IWCA conventions that we had already been to, because they change. You saw dramatic change from one to the other. We are going to have, obviously we're going to bring some of, like, we did not have the mannequin at the first one. We had it at the last one. We will have this mannequin at the next one, but we have another one. So
Awesome. So you have 2 mannequins. All right.
Well, we got another belt. We've got the rope belt. This is the all leather. We've got a rope that's downstairs restoring right now. If we get on with you and do one of those lives, I'll be in the basement. I'll talk a little about that restoration for that Huge convention in August. But we're going to change, and we're going to have some dramatic changes for this one. And then again, every time we show in the future, the idea is we're not going to show the same thing over and over again. You will see some of the same stuff, but we are going to filter it and cycle it through. We're always collecting. But I think, did we have something else going on with that? I mean, we've got all it's a whirlwind, honestly, with all that we're doing. We're going to get that EIN number. We're going to have to get the bank account set up. We've got to get things going, and then we'll be able to open up to so many more things. We will be making museum shirts and stickers and stuff that folks can get their hands on for a donation to help the museum. Things like that. But it is, I mean, isn't this, it's just
kind of one thing at a time right now. There's a lot that I've never done a museum before. Craig's never done a museum before. So there's a lot that we've had to learn along the way. And it's just kind of taking things as we go. I mean, I think a clear example of that was the first show to the second show. We learned quite a bit. And even at the second show, there were so many more things that we were like, well, let's take a note of that. We learned that this time, So it'll get better each time. We'll be able to expand on more ideas as we go. Same with the website that I've created. As we develop more of these ideas, I'm able to incorporate that into the site and just let it all grow organically.
Yeah. Is it rollingwiththewindowcleaner.com? Is that the website?
Yes, rollingwiththewindowcleaner.com.
Okay, there you go. So you guys can go check it out, see some of what they're doing, and keep abreast of when they're going to be showing. Are you guys planning on just doing conventions, or are you wanting to do like other things as well?
Well, I know that WCR, as folks know, they are our sponsor right now, our only one, and they have been so amazing. There has been a talk about possibly housing us at their facility for a full-time location. We can.
That's what I was thinking.
ship from there. So it makes it easier on us. Honestly, and I've talked to Chris. Everybody knows I'm a big dreamer. If I could get my way, and I will, I'll get my way. I'll just make it happen. But I want to try to get us an actual museum vehicle eventually.
Okay.
Travel to the conventions. If WCR is able to ship our stuff, we can still drive there, but we're going cross country. And you know what? We can contact people. We can contact antique stores along the way, like who are those guys? American Pickers, but the American window cleaner pickers. We can meet window cleaners along the way, and just really try to have that road trip, boost the zeal on the way. You know how that goes. It's just there's something fun about being out there.
It's fun to make a video of the road trip too. I did that on the last trip when we went to Orlando. Kind of wish I would have done that, thought to do that for Nashville, but I would like to have that continue to be a thing. And I think it's a little more fun and interesting when it's a road trip as opposed to if we were flying.
Yeah, now if WCR were to be able to set up, let's say they had a space for us full time, what I imagine is this would be something that we would come up and curate events where, people could come up, meet us. They can learn, kind of go through and learn things. And then other times they're just stopping and walking through. But, it gives us a place to be able to grow and expand. That would be ideal. I mean, we need a museum in our industry, and it's crazy the amount of things that I collect in just a week's period from large and Mark Wasserman, a shout out to Mark Wasserman. Thank you so much. He got a hold of me. He says, I've got a bunch of stuff, ledgers and things going back. I mean, some of that is like, did you remember the years? I mean, we're talking 100 years. He's got stuff going back.
Yeah, I think one of them was 1918.
1918, but we're talking ledgers and stuff, bonds, stocks for a window cleaning, shares certificates for a window cleaning company back then. Was it American? I think it might have been American Window Cleaning or Rochester, who was bought out by, there's so much information, but Mark is sending us a bunch of stuff. And there are so many people out there that have window cleaning items they don't know what to do with, where to go. And one day we are going to develop this home. It's the island of misfit window cleaning things. It's Santa Claus. You know what I mean? They don't have to fade away into nothing. We can present this. Nobody else outside window cleaning is going to make a museum. It is up to us, so we'll do it.
Awesome. Well, thank you guys so much for your time. We are out of time. It's already been an hour, but that flew by fast. I really appreciate talking with you both. Wish you well. Grace, you've done really well on the Squeegee Life so far, so I hope you're enjoying that. And you've been a good addition to the crew. And Craig, I look forward to seeing you and getting a big hug. I won't be at the huge, unfortunately. My parents' health is not good right now, so I'm kind of
take care of your
holding off. Yeah, holding off on any long trips for a little while, and hopefully things can either straighten out or we can at least work out a better arrangement for her care, so that if I do go for a long period of time, I'm not worried about it when I'm there. Right. But you guys are awesome. Thank you for making the time. I'm so glad that other people got a chance to get to know you better. So we will definitely have you back on. You got anything else you want to plug real quick before we close up shop?
Oh, well, we should say thank you to you for giving us the opportunity and having us on your show. We appreciate that.
Yeah. Oh, and on that note, thank you guys for promoting us so much. You don't have to do that, and you guys have been really kind to the Squeegee podcast, and I just want to thank you both for doing that and for your support. So. Oh,
you mean the guide, the entertainment guide?
Yeah, the entertainment guide.
Yeah. Well, I said for years. It supports everybody. I said for years we need an entertainment, like a TV guide for all these shows. And it's what we give shout out to all the shows that are on there, and folks, go watch them, whether you're watching live or you're watching it later on after they released it. just go in and watch these shows and have a little fun, and you'll learn a few things. You get to know people. You know, we are real human beings. We are all flawed. We all are going to go up and down on the roller coaster. So, you know, you catch us at one moment, at the next. But we're real people, and you know, we are, I think, as united as a community as this industry has ever been right now.
Yeah. I agree.
You know,
Yeah,
our
100%.
friends over at the PWNA and Steve Williams over there with the solar panel, all the, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah,
It's awesome. Well, thank you guys again for joining. Thank everyone for those who listened live and commented. Like it was mentioned, you can still view this in the Window Cleaner Nation Facebook group. It'll be on there for a while. Also on our YouTube channel, it's always on there live as well. If you happen to miss it and you want to watch it later, you can definitely catch us there. But thanks again for everyone who commented and participated. Craig and Grace, you guys are awesome. You guys keep going, doing what you're doing. And we will catch you guys next week. Take care.
Thank you.
Foot tide.
Thank you.